everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Remi Roy and I am here to just share a video on how to create a rack card in Canva. So rack cards are great for business marketing, so it's essentially a marketing collateral or a marketing material that most businesses use to promote their services. And I usually have a lot of my clients wanting me to create rack cards for their businesses. Now, business people are always looking for inexpensive ways to create quality materials that really look good and don't look like DIY or homemade or whatever. So I just wanted to come in here and create this video on how to create a rack card for non-designers if it's going to be helpful for you. So let's go. So we're using Canva. I'm right here in my Canva homepage and we are going to search for rack card. Yeah, so these are the templates that are available in Canva. Now obviously you can choose any of those templates and do the list and just change the text, change the image, and kind of move on. But I just wanted to create something from scratch that is simple but might be a little more unique than using the templates on here. So let's go ahead and click blank, increase that size a little, okay, and then we're gonna start designing. So I'm just gonna use some generated text, so lorem ipsum, if I said that correctly. Okay, lorem ipsum generator, and I'll just use that text because it's not like a real document or anything. So let's start with the text, and I can just put something right here, and I'll decide what kind of what fonts do I want to use. That might be too thin. Open Sans isn't bad. I like Open Sans, and a lot of people have Open Sans on their computers, so that might be helpful. Okay, we'll just stick with that. This is extra bold though. Let's see if we can find Open Sans. Light, huh? Okay, so let's keep it extra bold for now and we'll see how it goes. Now I'm going to justify this to the left. Okay, so let's just say that is the title that we have. Now let's go grab some text for like a little description. You can use that much text and create another text here. Let's reduce the size to about 10, because that's one thing you always have to be mindful of, is the size of the text. It can make or break your design. If it's too big, it might look a little and if it's too small, it might be difficult to read. We're just going to make the front of the rack card, so we'll just have limited text so that we can put some image and all that. So let's just say we have the title, we have a little description here, and then let's do like a bullet point, so maybe like listing your services that you're looking to create. Okay, so I copied that and just kind of reduce. Let's put a full stop here so we have like 3 paragraphs, and make that okay. So what I'm just trying to do is create 3 different paragraphs. Okay, that's it. So we have 3 paragraphs now, and that can be like the description of whatever services or promos that you have going on or something like that. Okay, so we have those 3 things. Now let's try and think about, so you have the text now, let's try and think about how we can make the design beautiful, nice, with some graphics. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put a shape right here. And then you also have to choose your color scheme. So let's see, colors. Let me go with one of this. I like this green. A little darker, I think. Let me see. And if you have like a particular color value that you want to use, you can just go ahead and put that right here on top here. You know what, let's choose a color. Let's go to flatuicolors.com. That website gives you different colors and their values that really will look good on screen. So I always like to try out the colors here. So I'm looking for a green. Let's try this one. So when you click copy, it's going to copy the hex code, and you can bring that into Canva, and then that's the color. So that's good. So I like that. On top of this color, this black, and these are like little design things that you always want to pay attention to, is can people read the text? Is it legible? Now this black on this color is not like the best way to go, so we're gonna try white. And you can try as many colors as you like until you find something that really works. But I like white on this color. I think it really brings out makes the text really catchy and legible, so we're going to use that. I'm going to stretch this out a little. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to change the color of this one to white. Okay. Okay, change that also to white. Now we can actually add a secondary color. So we have green here, and we can use, instead of using like a complementary color, we can use another green, another shade of green that will kind of work together with this green. So let's try. Okay, so we have to create another shape. Let's create another shape right here and make that say this green. Does this go well with this? Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Let me try something else. Yellow might be too much. Okay, we're gonna try this green. But for now, so we have the main text for the design right here. You would want your logo somewhere on the rack card. So let's go ahead and look for, look, I'm just going to use a random element right here. So let's pick this. I like this. So let's use this. Let's just imagine this is your logo. And if you really did have a logo you wanted to use, all you have to do is go to uploads, click upload an image, and then you can upload whatever logo you have to use for your design. So we're using that. So let's say this is your logo, and right here you want to put some text, so we can just copy that, change the color, and then we can change that to a website. So www.examplewebsite.com. And that's too small, so we're going to increase the size a little. So make sure it aligns. You might want to put your say email, info@examplewebsite.com. Okay, so you have the website and email, and then you might want to have your number so people can call you. So 1 2 3 1 2 3 6 7 8 9. All right, that's your number right there. So let's make this bigger so we can see what we're doing. And they're just little things that make your design look good. You know, if you have this too spaced apart, or the spacing is not like it's irregular, it just looks a little So you want to really pay attention to those little things. Make sure it's legible, but not you know, make sure it just works. This is a little okay, so that is that. And if you want, you can put an element there just to, I like lines. I like to use lines a lot because I think it just adds something to a design. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can do something like that. So, and sometimes you don't know if something is going to work until you try it. And if you try it and you're like, I don't like that, and then you can just take it out. So I'm just going to do something like that. Okay. Okay, so we have that. Then now let's go ahead and do something to the top here. Okay, so depending on what your business is, you want to use an image that kind of works with what you're doing. So, but since we're just doing an hypothetical company here, I'm just gonna find a nice image I can use. Let's click this. This is free. So you put the image in, stretch it out so that you can, whatever it is that you want to be in the frame is exactly where it needs to be. Stretch that out. Okay, and then send that to the back. So if you want to rearrange the positioning of the element in Canva, all you need to do is just go here, click on the image that you want to reposition and go to position. So I want to send it all the way to the back. So it's right there. Okay, so let me get this out of the way, and when you do this, it disappears out of Canva. So I'm just gonna bring that back because I'm gonna use it for something. Okay, so sometimes when you have straight lines, like, you know, just a straight line horizontally like this, you know, it's cool, it doesn't look bad at all, but sometimes you just want to add some interest to the design. And now I want to use like diagonal lines. Okay, I want to use diagonal lines. I want to use 2 different diagonal lines. So I want one to go this way. So I click on that and I rotate this element. I want that to go this way to create sort of an effect right here. And I want another one to go this way. Okay, so I'm going to click on this and position it, move it backward. So right there, I'm gonna have this right here. Now the other diagonal line that I want to come here is going to be the same color as this main rectangle. So let's try that now. I'm going to want to duplicate it. So I'm going to duplicate this element. I'll click on that. So that's another one. I'll make it smaller, and then I will rotate it so that I get the effect that I'm going for. So I'm going to rotate it that way. Okay, something like this. Stay with me, it might look crazy right now, but I'm going somewhere. Okay, so I'm going to reposition this and move it backward. Alright, so right here you can see that this is diagonal, but this is still sort of horizontal. So I'm gonna rotate it farther and I'm gonna stretch this out. Okay, and you can always adjust it to really get where you want it to be. So I want to move that backward. Okay, so now you can see that you've created sort of like an effect here. I think I want to make this angle more, so I can take this down a notch. Okay, I like that. And this is right here, just to create like a layered effect. Another thing we can do is to reduce the transparency on this element here, on this accent color, if you will. So click on that, go to transparency and bring it down. Bring it down so that you can see through that element right there. Okay, and if this picture, if you get to a point you feel like the picture isn't working, you can always kind of update it, but I think this looks good. So I'm gonna go up and do some final touches. I want to use a line here. I told you I love lines, so I'm gonna click on that, and you can always change the color of the line by going here as usual, but I like this. Yeah, I like this line. Sometimes you want the line to be thinner. If you want the line to be thinner, all you have to do is drag it down. But I realized that when you drag it down, it kind of reduces the width. So what I do in that case is I duplicate it, and then I'll just put it at the end, and I have a longer line. So that's what I'll do. And if some of these things are getting in the way, so this element right here is getting in the way, I'm gonna go ahead and click it. I will click it and lock it down so that I don't mistakenly move things around. And I'm gonna go back and move this up. And since these are two different lines, I'm gonna copy both of them, and I'm gonna group them together. So when I move one, both of them move. Okay, so that's that. And then let's move this up. We're just trying to get the same, get the spacing right, because what makes a design, you know, those little subtle things like I mentioned is when the spacing isn't right or something is off. You know, if I made this, it's gonna, you know, it looks crazy. Like, why is there all of this space here? So we wanted to sort of align. I'm gonna do that, and I think I'm gonna stretch this out a little more, so that if you notice there's something, this element here is covering some of the text here. So what you want to do is click on this one, position it, and bring forward so we can see everything and there's nothing hidden behind that element. Okay, and yep, I think we are good to go. And if you have more text, you can always add more text right there. And I feel like we need more space at the top of the image. So what I'm going to do is unlock this. I'm going to copy all of this, and I'm going to move it down a little. Now it's too close to the logo, so I'm going to move this up and further move it down so we can see more of that pretty image at the top. And so you have your logo, you have your company information, how people can reach you, and this kind of bothers me, this space in here. Okay, that looks good. So yeah, and this is an example of a rag card that you can put out there, and depending on what your business is, you can move things around if this layout doesn't work for you. So I just wanted to create something simple, easy, and straightforward that any business owner can do in Canva, you know, and use to promote your business. You can put this, you can print this out and you know, use it and wherever it is that you promote your business. If you go to trade shows, if you go to somebody's office on your business calls, you know, and you just call in somebody's office, you can leave them a rag card, or you know, to get more customers and whatever. I hope this has been helpful for you. And when you're done with this and you want to print your rag card, you can download it first. You can download a PDF print suggested, because when you download a print version, it is high resolution, and when you print it, it looks good. It doesn't look pixelated or kind of blurry or whatever. Okay, and you can add crop max. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So if you want, so when you work with a printer, if the printer says send me your file with crop max and bleed, okay, all you have to do is click right here and then download it, and it's going to create the design for you. It's going to look something like this. Okay, it's going to look something like this. And when you look at this design, the element is right out here, but you don't have to worry about that, because the printer is going to cut the file along this line, so you're going to be good. You're not going to lose any text, and everything is going to look perfect. Okay, all right, so I hope that was helpful for you. If you want more tutorials, please comment down below and let me know what you want to see, what kind of designs you want to be able to create in Canva, and we can walk through it together. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.